Hi, it's James Molfetas from Regular Clients here, and today I want to show you how to identify your ideal client, or what I call your dream client, so that you can obviously attract more of those into your business than the tire kickers and the clients you'd rather not have. Now, I've covered this recently in my Regular Accounting Client Blueprint webinar because I find this to be such a misunderstood concept. And I say this because to date, not one single client of mine, let me say that again, not a single client knew how to identify their ideal client before they started working with me. So you can see just how widespread this misunderstanding actually is. Now, I realized though that they simply just needed to know what questions to ask. In fact, once they did, and once they knew exactly what questions to ask, they actually already had about 70% of the answers in their heads just because of the previous experience in dealing with their clients over the years. And the good news is that there's really only 5 things that you really need to know. That's it. So the first thing that you should know is that you want to specialize by picking a niche. Now, whenever I ask my clients who their ideal clients are, and I get them to start the conversation with everyone, like everyone who runs a business is my ideal client. If you're an accountant, no, that is not so. Or like financial advisors might say all C-level executives. Well, I hate to break this to you, but that is not true. Could not be further from the truth. But the truth is that it's actually very, very hard to be all things to all people. It's actually much easier to specialize, because then you're going to be able to know that niche particularly well, and you're going to become the trusted authority to a much smaller group of people. So while technically you lose out on quote unquote everybody, which I suppose you do, you're actually going to end up getting a much larger share of the smaller group. And when you actually unfold all of that, you're probably going to have a business that's at least 3 times bigger than the business that you're going to have trying to be all things to all people. Just think for a moment about the prices that your doctor, your general practitioner charges versus when he sends you to a specialist to go and do something. Those prices are like worlds apart, and that's probably all you need to know about why it's a really, really good idea for you to specialize. Now, the second thing is what we call demographics. Now, these are really just the facts about your target market. Nothing too exciting, nothing too extreme. These would be things like, are they male or female? Are they married? Do they have kids? What income do they earn? Where do they live? That sort of thing. That's going to help you a lot when you try to find them and you're looking to advertise to them. And it's also going to help you by knowing who you're speaking to when you're actually creating your marketing material. Then you want to determine where you can find them online. So the question is, where do large groups of your ideal prospects hang out? So what I want you to do here is just think a little bit outside the box, and honestly, you should come up with tons and tons of ideas where your prospects hang together online. So some very, very obvious examples just to get you started would be things like Facebook and LinkedIn groups. What about industry associations? And then the last piece of this puzzle revolves around what I call your target market's pains and gains. Just brainstorm what their frustrations, struggles, and obstacles are, and in particular, answer this question. What keeps them awake at night? When they're lying in their bed staring at the ceiling with stuff curdling in their esophagus because they're worried, what is that burning question that's keeping them awake at night? Then I want you to consider what their wants and their aspirations are, and there you have it. Once you've got all of those things together, you've got all 5 elements that you can put together to create a very, very detailed description of your ideal client. Now, once you have this, your marketing becomes really, really easy. Knowing precisely who your ideal client is takes you away from that shotgun approach where maybe you're going to occasionally get lucky, to knowing exactly who they are. And then, of course, when you know that, you're going to know exactly what to sell them and, of course, where to find them. And then all you've got to do is to put your marketing message in front of your ideal prospects, and you should be flooded with a consistent stream of ideal prospects that you can convert into long-term paying clients. So here's your action item today. What I want you to do is go ahead and make a short list of 3 possible niches that you could specialize in, and then answer the other 4 questions that we spoke about, right? So demographically, who are they? Then you want to work out where do they hang out online? And then, of course, what are their pains and gains? And then once you've done that, simply pick the one that appeals to you most, and then go out and put your marketing message in front of them. So if you want to find out more on how to pick a niche, and in particular, how you can actually use this information to implement a very, very simple but powerful, potently powerful, simple lead generation funnel into your business, then jump into the free webinar where I'll have a little bit more time to show you exactly how to do everything. So if you just scroll down to the bottom of this page, you'll see that big blue button over there. And if you click it, you can register for the webinar straight away. So thanks for watching. This is James, the marketing accountant Molfetas from Regular Clients, and I'll see you on the webinar.